2018, we're cowboy from the waist up, and we're goth from the waist down. Hi, welcome to the Dom Gold update. I'll probably give it a more clever name than that. I am wearing the 2018 official look. It is cowboy from the waist up, goth from the waist down. Hashtag cowboy from the waist up, goth from the waist down. Let me see your looks. This will be more of a figure update, but I figure these videos will probably be updates on things I'm doing, things I want to talk about. I'm more of a narrative film type person, so usually I like doing like skits or like a production. This is kind of just a run and gun, but I'm really liking this outfit actually. You know, I kind of put this on jokingly, because I saw that post that was like 2018, cowboy from the waist up, goth from the waist down, but I'm digging it. Like, ooh. I'll post some pictures. I don't know. I don't know what this is. I hope that didn't break. Figure update, since I've never done one before, it's gonna be an all-encompassing one of my current collection that is displayed. There's some stuff maybe in storage that I could still get in here. I've been working on some other videos. I had an idea for a cassette cast. I do have a cassette collection, but I might just include that as a Dom Gold update. Maybe the next one will be about the cassette collection, whereas this one was about the figure collection. Yeah, see, this look is so versatile. Today's cassette I'm gonna feature is Depeche Mode's A Broken Frame. I was listening to this while setting up stuff for this video. Depeche Mode's one of my favorite groups. Really good album. Check it out. Let's take a look inside. See, wasn't that cool? Welcome to the collection. Top shelf, we've got the JoJo's Bizarre Adventure shelf, all dedicated to my all-time favorite anime manga. Starting over in the corner here, we have a little bit of part 1 representation. We've got a whiskey glass with the stone mask on it, and the JoJo Heart Arena tree carving. But other than that, we're jumping straight into part 2 with the raffle prize Joseph Joestar figure. He's got the hammer with the Hamon all around it. We've got Santana in a bag. This is actually supposed to be like a keyboard cleaner. If you have seen JoJo's Bizarre Adventure, you know that Santana is very flexible. So it's a rubber, stretchy Santana. We've got some representation of the literature itself. We've got the volume 1 of Battle Tendency, the Joseph and Caesar shot glasses back there. We've got some artwork that a friend of mine has done of cars. There is some artwork of Polnareff. Moving right along, we got the part 2 represented, we got the part 1 represented. Now our boy Jotaro Kujo in the flesh. We've got the large statue of him there in probably my favorite Jotaro Kujo pose. We're gonna get the pose right. We're gonna get the pose right. Now, we don't have a lot of Dio, but we do have him represented by the little pullback car from his famous, probably most referenced moment on top of the steamroller. We do have a little bit more of Dio here with these small little blind box figures. We got Darby, Dio, Jotaro, we've got it all. Moving along, part 4, we've got our main villain, the one and only Kira Yoshikage. We've got him here in the flesh. We've got his stand in full glory. Killer Queen. Of course, we have Sheer Heart Attack flying out. We even got all the little moments in the series from him with the Saint Gentleman's bag. We've got Catgrass. We've even got a paperweight of Sheer Heart Attack. Looks like it's being weighed down by Echo's 3 Freeze. And then actually we have this, like, commemorative keychain of a nail clipper with Kira in both Kusaku form and Kosaku Awakened form. I found this on Amazon randomly. I've never actually used it to clip my nails, but there we have christened the nail clipper. In the back we've got, that's right, we've got the Bad Company magnets. It's actually a guy that's at a lot of East Coast conventions I get a lot of figures from. I've gotten a few here from him. First time I met him was before JoJo's Bizarre Adventure was too big, and I remember I was like in awe that he had anything JoJo, because I remember I'd go to conventions just praying to find like a keychain or like a poster or something, and he had a whole like section of his table just for JoJo's Bizarre Adventure, so I stood there in awe like, oh my god. I stood there, I must have stood there like way too long, because he handed me this and was like, you can just take this, because it was like $4 I think, or $3 or something. I'm like, no, it's okay. And he's like, no, just take it. You obviously like really like this, like take it. Moving right along though, we've got a full representation of the boy himself, Kishibe Rohan. We've got his story, his hardback book of him at the Louvre. We've got two outfits. We've got the standard crop sweater, Kishibe Rohan in his full glory. He's got his sketch pad, he's got his camera, he's got his pen, he's got a page of Pink Dark Boy, and he's got Heaven's Door coming out. He's not messing around. Don't try him in some any dice gambling. He'll find out, he'll let his house burn down. We've got that outfit too. We've got an accurate size proportioned Koichi. Look how cool that is with the laser. When the purple laser hits that green plastic, it like glows. That was from one of the blind box series. Moving from part 4, we do have part 5 representation. We've got Prosciutto with Grateful Dead. I did do a cosplay of him. Actually, I did do a cosplay of Joseph Joestar. I did do Kira Yoshikage. I did do this outfit of Kishibe Rohan, and I did do Prosciutto. I've got no part 6 representation, which is a shame because I love part 6. In full glory, Gyro Zappelli on his horse, coming out of the manga panel. He's in real life. He's here to win the Steel Ball run. Got that figure for a really good price at that booth I was talking about. And then, of course, we've got my boy Gappy and Soft and Wet Part 8 represented here at the end. That's just the first shelf. Let's continue. We've got the Metal Gear Solid shelf. Now, instead of having it organized by game, I have it organized by timeline. So we start over here, Metal Gear Solid 3, first in the timeline, with the boss herself. Jumping along ahead, we've got Kazuhira Miller himself. And notice he doesn't have his glasses, because I gave him 2 liquid. I thought that'd be a little funny homage to him impersonating. We've got Meryl, the badass. We do have the Revoltech minis. We have the Player's Kai of Liquid, we have the Player's Kai of Meryl, we have the Revol minis of Solid Snake and Gray Fox, my boy. We've got the Kotobukiya Sniper Wolf with her PSG-1 and a wolf coming out of a little box. Next in the timeline, we've got Metal Gear Solid 2. We've got the boy himself, Raiden, and we do have the base signed by Quentin Flynn, which was amazing. I got to meet Quentin Flynn. We've got the Figma Solid Snake, and we've got the president himself, George Sears, Solidus Snake, with dual katanas, robot tentacles. He's got it all. That's probably my favorite figure that Play Arts has ever put out. It's just, it's amazing. Moving right along, we have Metal Gear Solid 4. We've got Vamp and Metal Gear Solid 4 Raiden right there, ready to face off. Sword fight, knife fight, on top of Metal Gear Rex. Really love that part where it's cross-cutting between them fighting and Snake taking out all the geckos. I love Metal Gear so much, it's so good. Matt, I do not have any Metal Gear Solid 5 representation. Even though they made a bunch of figures for it, I don't know who I'd want from it. I'll probably get like the Revol mini of Venom Snake. I left this case It's not complete. This is just the start of the collection. There's a lot of room for development and continuation and expansion. And as you notice, we do have in the back all the Metal Gear games proudly displayed. We've got the Legacy collection that comes with that art book. We have Portable Ops there, Ground Zeroes with the Yoji Shinkawa artwork cover, Metal Gear Solid 5, obviously, and back behind Solidus, we do have Metal Gear Solid, the Twin Snakes for GameCube. And we've got Metal Gear Rising. Moving right along to shelf number 3, we have the, I don't really know what to call this shelf. It's more of like the Alien Predator 80s. We're just gonna call it like the 80s Ridley Scott. I don't really know what the shelf is. It's like the NECA figure shelf. We got the NECA McFarlane figure shelf. I am the idiot who does own the entire Prometheus figure line. As you can see, we've got it all. I bought the figures when they first started doing the Prometheus line because I was like, oh, that's cool. I can get like the Engineer and stuff. Got that H.R. Geiger. The Engineers and their hologram variants of themselves that came with the ample jars, which was really cool. We've got the android himself, David. We've got Shaw. We've got Fifield. We've got Vickers. We've got the Deacon. We've got the Trilobite versus the Engineer. Now, I love that figure so much because it was interesting. When it came out, it was a Toys R Us exclusive. And if you look at it, there's obviously something that shouldn't be at Toys R Us. So it was funny. They had that as like a detachable piece, and right over the head, as you would say, they put the little Toys R Us exclusive sticker. So that was funny. And obviously the accessories that a lot of them came with. Shaw came with the duffel bag David head. The Deacon came with both the hammer peds and the detached Engineer head. Fifield even came with a destroyed version of his helmet. I think you can get that on him, but I think you have to like take his head off. And it's always so, I always have so much trouble taking like the heads and hands off figures. We've got the McFarlane Alien Queen. I bought her loose box. I think originally she does come with a base of like the Hive and like someone in the Hive wall or something. I bought her loose box though. I'm thinking about replacing it with the NECA version just because it's got a little bit more details, it's a little more posable. I think it comes with a stand because this one, not only is its like arm kind of broken and glued on, and the head kind of came off, but it's also just kind of balancing literally back there in the case. But it makes a good piece to kind of put behind everything, so I like it for now. Behind everything, we do have the Protalion from AVPR. I don't care if that movie was bad. I think it's cool that there's an alien predator hybrid. So it's a cool figure. It's an alien predator, like it's cool. We do have the one only Michael Biehn as Hicks from Aliens back there, the NECA figure. We do have, I believe this is the McFarlane Terminator 2 Arnold Schwarzenegger. Terminator 2 is probably one of my favorite films, so gotta have it. Gotta have Arnold. We do have the McFarlane Alien vs. Predator set. I believe it's the same series as the Alien Queen. They kind of did like this series of like scene creations that came with bases and figures. It's really cool. McFarlane makes good figures. They're starting to make a lot more now too. We do have the McFarlane RoboCop. Again, they are really good at doing figures that come with nice bases that kind of create the whole scene. So that's, oh, and then last but not least, we do have the Alien Revoltech, fully posable, comes with a little sign and this really cool alien egg with the facehugger coming out. I like this one because it almost looks like it's like when you go to like Universal or Disney or something, you see the costume like in the display case. I feel like that's like that figure there. It's like a miniature display case version of the costume. Moving right along down to shelf number 4. This is a shelf in progress. This is kind of what I'm titling the Miscellaneous anime shelf. We do have some Neon Genesis Evangelion. We have a bootleg, I believe it's a bootleg, yeah. Asuka, I found on the floor of a friend's apartment. They said I could have it. And then we do have Best Girl, Misato, and we have Kozu. Wow, his name's blanking on me right now. I just call him Peppermint Guy, because there's this meme of him with his face, and it just says, would anyone like a peppermint? Moving to the bottom shelf here. Before I got this figure shelf, everything on this shelf and this shelf was combined into one shelf. How's that fair? So we gave Star Wars its own shelf. I have a lot of Star Wars stuff from over the years, from being a kid, loving Star Wars. Haven't gotten it all in here yet. Trying to figure out what's important, what's not, kind of deal. But for right now, what we had up on the shelf before got relayed, transferred, exchanged, moved into this new display case. We do have this really, I forget who makes it, but these really cool Darth Vader, Darth Maul. It was like the Sith Lord package that they came with. Kind of the real cloth figures. Really cool, really high detailed. The Darth Maul actually comes in half as he does in the movie. The lightsaber splits in half as it does in the movie. The Darth Vader mask fully comes off. He has his face underneath. It separates in two pieces as it does in the movie. His hand comes off. The lightsaber collapses. These figures are the whole package. They're really cool. We've got a little C-3PO statuette that spins for some apparent reason. We've got some new representation, Rogue One. We've got the K2SO Black Series figure. I really liked his design, so I went ahead and got that figure. And we do have the first trilogy VHS release of the Star Wars original trilogy. So it doesn't have all that nonsense CGI Blu-ray enhancements on it. It's the OG. We've got the Boba Fett Black Series, all-time favorite character. Forget what his name is. Traitor. I thought that was so funny when Episode 7 came out, because it was just such a weird scene. I had to buy the figure. But what sucked is he only came in a figure pack of 2 that came with Poe Dameron. Not that I don't like Poe Dameron, but I wasn't really a big fan of his Black Series figure. It wasn't really well detailed. I usually don't get the Black Series figures unless they are, like, armored figures, because the faces just, they don't ever have the quality in them. But some of them sometimes aren't too bad, and some of them are pretty cool. And we do have Captain Phasma herself. That was another figure that before I saw the movie, I just really liked her design. The armor, I thought the Black Series figure looked good. Also at the time, I believe that her figure was like rare and was like going for a lot, so as soon as I was able to get my hands on it, I made sure that I got it. I completely skipped my favorite thing about the 4th shelf, and about like one of my favorite things ever. I'm so disappointed in myself. Moving back to the 4th shelf, we have the full Dorohedoro keychain collection. All 14 keychains. Other than JoJo's Bizarre Adventure, this is probably my favorite all-time manga. We have the first volume of Dorohedoro proudly displayed there with all 14 keychains. There's a 2-part keychain series. They kind of came in like those vending machine things in Japan. I found a place to get all of them as a collection online. See, these keychains are so detailed. Like, they even have like the eyes on the inside of the mask. They do have the ghost inside Kaiman's mouth, the spirit that possesses the inside of his mouth. We've got the space for some other animes too. We'll see what else gets added to the collection. Before I move the camera up, just appreciate the full cowboy from the waist up, goth from the waist down look. We'll do like a Michael Jackson, like, ow! We've got the Tommy Wiseau signature 2-belt multi-belt look going. So that is it for the Dom Gold update for today. It was mostly a figure update. We did feature some music for you to check out. Told you a lot about the collection I've got here. I'm definitely looking to expand it. I guess I'll do this as a video series, keep you all updated on things as I'm working on stuff. and music and stuff, and movies and stuff. Speaking of cowboys, do check out Daug Productions. I believe youtube.com/c/Daug Productions. I do have my original series of Dr. Cowboy on there that was made almost 5 years ago. It has been remastered with new visual effects, new voiceovers, all original soundtracking. It's got that early YouTube like amateur charm to it. There's 7 episodes. I think it runs almost about an hour if you watch it all straight through. Starts with like a pilot episode, goes all the way to episode 7. And I think that about wraps it up for the Dom Gold update. If you like this video, go ahead and check out all the other videos. There'll be a thing here. Click on it. Good night.